Hey, live chatters and Mad Hatters. This is Douglas Bloch, um, coming to you from Portland, Oregon on May 7th, 2023. Um, in my ninth week of trying to deal with this insomnia, which I think is slowly now getting better. Anyway, I will definitely be doing a shorter version of our live chat as I did last week, but I hope all of you can enjoy. I'll be here until about 12:40 Pacific time. Mariano Savino says, thanks for your latest video, Victory Begins in the Dark. Very inspiring. Well, I stole that from Joel Osteen, but at least I gave him some credit. Yes, I was thinking that I wanted to recommend that video to you. Keep the high watch for you. Thank you, Drew. In case none of you have an update on this, I had a total knee surgery on February 27th, and the after surgery pain threw me into a pit, to say the least, which has disrupted my sleep. But I think I'm on a medication regime that may be helping. So I would like all of you watching to keep the high watch, which means hold for me a vision of my returning to restorative sleep. That would mean the world to me, and more than anything. Delivering with Ellen, thanks for being a constant in my life. Yeah, I was thinking of basically taking a break from live chat because I need every ounce of energy I can get from also doing these knee exercises. So my knee is 100% straight and not deviating, which means the recovery process long term will be very good, but it's not easy. These are very challenging exercises and they take time. But I figured for 40 minutes I could be here. Clive says, hello, Pastor Doug. Supporters and viewers of this channel are able to keep the high watch for Doug. Yes, and that would be wonderful. Hey, James Hadaway. Getting out to more to study books on psychology, anxiety, and worksheets for addiction or negative thinking. Well, that's good. Todd Noble, it's always good to see you. So same with you, Carissa. Same with you, Carrie Burns. Just a reminder that our goal is always to get 70 concurrent viewers. And I'm getting these little notifications. I guess I should be able to turn them off, but I don't want to do that now. At any rate, yeah. So the goal is 1, to get 70 viewers at any given time, and number 2, to raise $50, which is what I used to pay, which is what I pay for every video that gets posted here. So it doesn't defray all of the cost, but it defrays a lot of it, at least one video per week. James Hadaway, congratulations on your knee. That was the last live stream I seen. It was when you announced you were going where, I don't know, maybe to the knee surgery. Why is it always beautiful in Oklahoma, ANC, and not in Portland? Oh, because you live in a sunny climate in the Midwest. Got it. Kelly Burns says, Doug, unfortunately, I have been suffering from sleep issues. It can be hell on earth, absolutely. But when you get better, it's heaven on earth. So, had 2 good nights in a row. Once I establish a constant sleep pattern, I'm going to wean myself off these medications because they've been making me very loopy during the day. And if I'm going to write more video scripts and publish more videos, I definitely need to be 100% clear. Inspector Clouseau, Jason Clulo, from the great country of Great Britain. Oh, by the way, wasn't there some sort of a coronation of King Charles, like yesterday, maybe? Why don't you go ahead and fill me in? In the meantime, we have 32 concurrent viewers. Well, we're just getting started. Let's see if we can hit 70. That would be fantastic. Favorite Uncle Hubert. Hello, Doug, and hello, gang. Balance Quest. Hi, Doug. I'm in a hospital and lost a friend recently and have given up hope. Any follow-up questions for advice? Yeah, if you've given up hope, the way to get around that is simply to live one day at a time. Don't think about the future. Anytime you start to think about your long-term prospects for recovery, you're feeling better, just say cancel, cancel, and focus on the here and now. Like, what do I have to do now to get through the day? Do I have to get dressed? Do I have to go, meet somebody for an appointment? Can I go ahead and chat with a friend if you're lucky enough to have good friends? But the thing is to take your mind off whether or not things are going to get better or not, and just stay right in the here and now. And that's what I've had to do, because I've had feelings of hopeless, believe me, and they're not fun. John Stephen, hope you've been well. Well, not quite, but I have been weller the last 2 days. And what would help me, I'm not trying to be a mercenary here, but what would help me be well is to have our first donation on the live chat. Anywhere from $1 and up. Just click on the little super chat, simple, and off you go to the races. Although some people send me money through Venmo or through PayPal. Okay. All right. Good day, Inspector Clouseau, a.k.a. So what about King Charles, Inspector Clouseau, in England? I hear he's not as popular as Queen Elizabeth. Is that true? Help, my house caught on fire on Wednesday, Susan Jones from Virginia. What's my Venmo? I'll tell you. I think it's Douglas.Bloch. I'll have to look it up on the on my little thing here. Yeah, I never can find it on the phone. That's always too bad. I think that's it. It's got to be here somewhere. Anyway, I want to put here it is. So I'll let you know in a minute. Let's get back to the questions. Celebrate the first. There it is. £1. Well, you took me at my word. €1, excuse me. Thank you, Balance Quest. I appreciate getting the ball going. Every dollar counts. He and his wife got their official crowns yesterday as in 1,000-year-old ritual ceremony. Wow. I guess you guys have been around longer than the United States, huh? Oh, yeah. When he was seeing Diana, he had that affair. Yeah, that made him very unpopular. Yeah, and his mother was an exceptional human being, unlike him, who has life full of scandals and mishaps. Well, you know what? He's really into the environment. He's really into green energy. He's really into, thank you, Jason, for your £5 donation. We're now up at around $7. That's essentially 1/7 or 14% of our goal. Keep it up. Okay, I'm going to go to home. Here it is, at Douglas-Bloch. Or, yeah, so that's what it seems like. Tell me if it works, whoever answered that question. It's at, hold on, at DOUGLAS. There we are, right there. John King, am I feeling better? Well, at least the last 48 hours. This has been up and down and up and down. And I'm hoping this is a good trend because I've started to take my hot tub before bed, which really relaxes me. And these seem to be a good combination of medications. Susan Jones says she's not doing very well. Oh, wow. Your house did catch on fire and you are living in temporary housing. Well, that would be disruptive to anybody, let alone anybody who suffers from a mood disorder. Well, let's say some prayers, let's send some positive energy to Susan Jones. And let's keep the high watch for her, meaning seeing her get back into her house and, making it through this trauma. Yeah, that's got to be tough. I'm very attached to where I'm living. If I had to go to temporary shelter in my state, it would be very, very, very difficult. We have 43 viewers. That's great. A little over than half the way to 70, and we have about $7, which is about 14% of the way to 50. Yes, Susan Jones says, please keep the high watch for me and my family. And who else is your family besides yourself? Do you have any children or siblings? Oh, Venmo was asking me for the last 4 digits. Yeah, 9248. I hope that's. Do they really ask for that? That doesn't make any sense. Kelly Burns, $3. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, which is progress. Yes. Clive says Charlie's a long time advocate. Well, thank you, Alex Budulovsky, for your $10. You definitely helped me in tougher times. Thank God I'm doing much better, but still tune in when you pop up. Thank you. Well, I got an alert. Let me see what the alert says. Oh, these are just notifications, so. Well, it looks like somebody made a $5 donation. Thank you very much. Yes, it did work, John Stephen. Appreciate. Why would they ask you for the last 4 digits of my phone number? That's insane. Why does it ask for the last 4 digits of phone number? What if you don't know the person's phone number? Anyway, thank you. 10 from Budulovsky. Is that how you pronounce it? Anyways, I guess it's close enough. Well, 10 and 3 is 15, 18, 20. Yeah, we're about 40% of the way there. We've got $20 total. Thank you, guys. Again, the video I posted yesterday, Saturday, May 6th, is called Victory Begins in the Dark. Not my original title. So what's your take about what I was saying? Anybody want to volunteer? And again, by the way, I'm glad you're doing better. Alex, I always like that name. I guess your initials are AB. Cheyenne, wow, from a blast from the past. Well, 2023 has been challenging. That's all I can say. And thank you, John Stephen. Wishing me improved health in the coming days. You know, sleep is like, Matthew Walker has this wonderful TED talk saying, sleep is your superpower. And he considers the most important thing you can do for the health of your body. And every single system in the body depends on good sleep. So, Inspector Glusset says, here's one thing to remember. When you're going through a mental issue, you're blind to reality and can't find your way, like being in a snow blizzard. Yeah. That's why you need other people to step up to the plate and keep the high watch. Lazy Eye Ranch is talking about she lives off the grid. She has a puma around that's making life difficult. Suzanne Mowat, have you ever done the DNA testing by cheek swab to see what psych drugs you can tolerate? I did a certain test like that. It wasn't really that helpful, unfortunately. Wow. Wow, I need a Kato right now to chase this the damn monster puma away. I don't know what the Kato is, but I hope you get it. It is now 21 minutes after the hour. We're about halfway through our live chat. This is Douglas Bloch from Portland, Oregon, as my mother would say. Portland, Oregon, as people who live here will say. And we're in the middle of a ritual we've been doing since June of 2017, coming up on 6 years. A live video chat where we allow you guys to get your questions answered on mental health recovery and also to support each other. Jennifer Tiana says they had a fire 5 years ago. That would be very traumatic to have your house catch on fire. Safe but not well. Well, I hope you're talking to a therapist or a trauma counselor, Susan. It's going to take you a while to get over this, but you can do it. Well, your favorite Uncle Hubert said he's cutting out sugar. 42 people, 28 people from 70. I'm sure we can do it. James Hadaway says, I suffer from panic attacks also, so I do try to inform myself on videos of history, not feel so anxious. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated. That was horrible. Thank you, Todd. Anybody come with a better joke? Why did the Wizard of Oz Scarecrow, why was he a successful neurosurgeon after he stopped being in the movies? Well, he was outstanding in his field. Very corny, but one of my favorites. No time to talk to therapists. You're in chaos. You know, every single county in America has these crisis lines or these warm lines that you can talk to people, just pick up and talk immediately. Don't have to make an appointment. Yeah, so call your or call the National Suicide Lifeline Prevention. Here, I'll put it down there. You don't have to be in a suicidal to use it. It's basically for mental health crises. So, what you do, call, I'm sure you've heard of this, 988, or text 741-741, that's the crisis text line. Yeah, these are two resources, and you don't have to worry about making an appointment with a therapist. You can get instant help right where you are, Susan Jones. Why does Batman keep going to the Batcave? To go to the bat room. Another bad joke, thank you. Jennifer Tiana says, I had renter's insurance, very smart. Stayed in a hotel. The first night I stayed in a hotel, then the Red Cross helped too. Yeah. All right. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Todd, you always come up with these really, really good things. Thank you. You can text on it. Also, I didn't know that. I texted them last week, and they were very helpful. Hey, Patrick Coleman. Glad we had a nice conversation yesterday. On my second night of good sleep, so we can celebrate that. Yeah, sophisticated. She thought that was a bad joke also. You see the weather for the next week, upper 80s, Alex? Alex lives in Seattle. I live in Portland. Well, I think it was the mid 80s, but still, that's pretty damn good. Yeah. Read an extremely great pun, but it's in German. It makes no sense when translated to English. Well, yeah, you lose something. It's not the phrase, you lose something in the translation. So, oh, Marius, thank you. €5. That's great. That makes it $25, 50% of the way there to our goal of 50. Thank you for your weekly donation. Oh, it was what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Here. 48 people. Oh, the guy. Thank you so much. Well, we're up to about $38. 75% of the way there. Thank you. All right, so a fake noodle is an okay, we'll have to just type this out. Tell me what you think of this. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Susan Jones is thinking of calling the Red Cross. They're really there. All right. Susan Jones says, I believe that this will change me forever. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I'm afraid something else will burn down. Well, you are definitely in a traumatic response, which is totally appropriate, but I don't think it's going to change you forever. You'll never forget it. But I think with the right help over time, you can get over this. But I certainly, with my nervous system, I'm certainly wouldn't be a really bad thing happen to me. Anyway, Lisa Lagai from Alberta, how's things going? How's your cats? Don't you have two of them? Susan Jones, I hope you get psychological help as soon as possible. It was corny, but yeah, most of the jokes we tell here are corny. Kelly Burns is looking through a new therapist to talk about the O and OCD, which is obsessive, of course. Anyone tried EMDR therapy? Yes, I did years ago. It was helpful. Jennifer Tiana says, I felt like that also, Susan. The feeling went away. When I drive past the hotel we lived in, what happens? This is where you stayed after the house burned. For a few months, it brings back memories, but now I look back on the experience as something I survived, which you did. Hey, Jennifer Tiana, I won't ask this question one more time, but this is the last time I ask the question. Don't you live in Overland Park, Kansas? There are two Jennifers that are here, and I want to get them sorted out correctly in terms of, part of the world they live in. John Stevens says, the Serenity Prayer from AA has been super helpful, as it always is. And Ann sees she's having wild, vivid dreams. Oh, Sharon Devaney. Sounds like it's a Celtic or maybe even Irish name. Thank you for your €5. Now we're up to, I think we're up to 30, maybe 60% of the way there. That's really great. Overland Park. Well, I got that right. Jaybird, it did. It's temporary, but I would do it again. And Douglas, my kitties are sweet as can be. Yes, thank you. Susan Jones says, I was tapering off of Ativan. I hate to go back to it. Well, maybe it's only temporary. Hopefully you and your prescriber can have a nice talk. Carrie, are you concerned about the debt ceiling not being negotiated? Of course. And is affecting us seniors as far as anxiety? Yeah, well, I don't think we'd be the only ones to have our programs cut. That's, of course, 51. All right, we're inching towards 70. I don't want to get political, but the Republicans are really creating mischief. How's that? 54, 16 left. By the way, I forgot this. Forgot to tell you, keep hitting the like button. That's the whole key to get people here. Angelo Range, I haven't heard from you before. $40, $10 shy of our 50. Thank you. You go to the head of the class. Paroxetine is saving me. That I think is, what is paroxetine? Come on, guys. Paxil, right? The big three, the first three SSRI antidepressants that came on the market were Zoloft, Prozac, and Paxil, with Prozac being the first. Wow. Les Arrange says, I met a young fireman at the memorial last week. His dad died there. I told him his dad's sacrifices saved many, many lives, including mine. Firefighters are incredibly brave and appreciated. Absolutely. What causes vivid dreams? I'm not sure. I'm going to get up from this chair and just walk away. $10, Jennifer Tiana. You come through as always. Well, I think we're right at the borderline of 50. So maybe one more donation would for sure push us over the top. Meanwhile, I'm going to get up, leave the room, and come back because this is a very hard seat I'm on, and I still have hip pain, and this will help me. The last 2 nights I've been sleeping better. I know that's not a lot, but you know, any bit of hope we hold on to. But yeah, keep holding the same vision. My sleep is returning to normal. My sleep has become restorative. I think this particular combination of meds, I think it's going to work out. Of course, then once my sleep is stabilized, I have to taper off them, and it's a whole big deal. But you know, 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time. That's how we have to live. How good is Paxil for anger? I don't know. I've heard that Zoloft was good for anger. Talk to your prescriber. Huh. Is gratitude in the Jewish faith? I'm sure gratitude is in all faiths. I mean, it's a universal principle. What you focus on expands. When you focus on the things you're grateful for, when you focus on things that are working in your life, when you focus on the positive, it grows. So yeah, it's in every major spiritual tradition. John Stevens says, may your sleep be restored, Mr. Bloch. Truly inspirational to see you continue to do these live streams every week. Keep on going. I appreciate it. The guy has vivid dreams. She loves them, but not the nightmares, which I assume she also gets. Libero Pensatore, probably Italian. How much can impact the environment on neurosis? Well, yeah. If you grew up in a dysfunctional or, you know, violent or, you know, environment, you know, or lack of love, it's going to definitely affect your personality. William Ball says, ECT tomorrow will be my 20th at the 30th time. Wow, you are a trooper. I did it in 2016. It really helped me, but it's not an easy thing to do. It's supposed to help with psychosis and epilepsy, huh? Still having grand mals, but has helped a lot with psychosis. Are the grand mals from the ECT or just on their own? To heal a wound, you must stop touching it. That's good. One thing that this congregation does for me most of the time teaches me how my problems are so ego and unimportant in contrast to the crap others have to address. Well, they're all important. Kelly Bernstein says, I started reading The Unquiet Mind again. It's such a beautiful book for mood disorders. I mean, Kay Redfield Jameson, who wrote that book, is a friggin' genius. I've met her in person, and I've read her stuff. She's really, really smart. Probably the best memoir in manic depression in print. Huh. So you have post-temporal epilepsy. Psychosis comes from my post-ictal state. I'm not quite sure what that means. But Chrissy D laughed at something. Not quite sure what it was. Oh, Inspector Clouseau says, I have strange dreams sometimes. Once I dreamt I was eating a marshmallow, giant marshmallow. I wake up, my pillow was gone. And someone just basically, no, give Randy $10. Given Randy, I love your name, and I think that put us over the $50 mark. Thank you so much. $51 viewers. Not quite at 70, but not too bad. You got Cottonmouth. Very, very, very funny. Wow, when the puma came back during the day and killed the third goat, our ravens tried warning us. I knew something was wrong because they have particular claw predators, but I was too slow to stop it. Boy, you are a brave soul, living out in the world like that with, like you're not in Northeast Portland where there are no pumas or any wild predators of any type. So good for you. This is my weekly live chat. I am Douglas George Bloch, also known as Pastor Doug. I always wanted to be a minister. I actually spoke at many, many churches. And now my ministry is mental health recovery, which I share with all of you, my experiences, and you share with each other, which is what makes this live chat really special. According to Susan Jones, an electrician, a faulty wire caused the fire. Really sorry to hear that. You could not have foreseen that, Susan. Thank God everybody is okay, says Inspector Clouseau. Knowing you went through and are okay now really helps me, Jennifer Tiana. Have you considered doing a Zoom call live chat? I have, but I don't know how to really work it in the state I'm in right now. I'm barely holding it together to do this, so that may change in the future. My brother knows all about Zoom. Yeah, but if there's 50 people here, how are you going to have 50 people all together on the same screw? Hi, Doug. Tomorrow will be my last day at work, says Rookie, or Rook IE. I wanted to get so much. I'm anxious because I feel I'll screw up everything. On my first day of work, I'm sorry. Can you give me advice how I can get the outside to stop? Yeah, just don't think it in the future. Don't catastrophize. Don't think what might happen. Breathe, stay in the here and now, and I'm sure you'll do fine. You can have 300 people on Zoom. Well, how do they all fit on the screen? By the way, to really calm anxiety, I've learned this thing called alternate nostril breathing. You go like this. Breathe in through your right nose, cover the right nose. Breathe out through your left. Breathe in through your left. Cover your nose, breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Cover your nostril, breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Cover your left nostril, breathe out through the right. Breathe in. Anyway, that's an old yogic breath technique that really, really, really helps with anxiety. Just look up alternate nostril breathing on the internet. Look up alternate nostril breathing on the internet to learn about this very effective breathing technique. Period. Right. It is now 41 minutes after the hour. I'm going to stand up and do 4 more minutes, going to 45. As I said, given my energy being so low with the struggles I've had with sleep, 45 minutes I think is a good thing. I certainly didn't want to stop this, permanently. Susan Jones says, physically I just have some scrapes and bruises trying to get out as fast as I could, but I hurt my back. Well, again, thank God you're well. Can weed be useful for the treatment of dysthymia, as I have side effects when I take SSRIs? Well, some people find that marijuana helps their mood, and some people find that makes them more obsessed and worried. So it's different for everybody. And again, alternate nostril breathing is very relaxing. You can use it for anxiety. I'll be there in just a second. I'm going to go up, get off my chair, walk to the living room, come back, and then I'll do a closing. And you guys continue to stay on the live chat as long as you need to. One last donation would be appreciated, but I will see you in just a minute. Oh. All right, live chatters and Manhatters, this is Douglas George Bloch signing off. Glad you all showed up. Glad you reached out to each other. And I'm going to close this session, but you can keep communicating in the thread for at least 5 minutes. And again, my request is that you hold a high watch for me for getting back to restorative sleep. It may be happening now. I'll keep the high watch for all of you to work through your mental health issues, and if you have trauma, to work through and release it. Remember, we are in this together. We are meant to heal in community and not alone. So you guys, if you want to exchange email addresses or stay in touch during the week, you're welcome to do that. You can always send me an email, although I don't think I'm looking at my emails recently. It's just too much to deal with. But in the meantime, hope I have a great week. Hope you have a great week. Stay in touch with each other. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. You can keep on doing the thread to support each other.